Let's see what's cooking with Kyle on Smokey's Live.
Hello, my friends. Step on into the kitchen, and you know what? How you like my shirt? I'm Kyle doing Kyle things. A friend gave me a couple of Kyle shirts for my birthday a couple of years ago, and I just love them. And today, I'm really going to say we are doing Kyle things because this is not a recipe I know. I'm just making it up. I thought, well, I'm going to clean my freezer and I'm going to clean my cabinet out. And then some of you questioned the Instapot. So let me just break it down what we've got here. I've got some stewed hamburger meat that I've taken out of the freezer. And I'm going to put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Maybe a lot of pepper, depending on how you like it. But for this first little batch of what I'm going to do, I'm just going to work to get my meat tenderized. And this is going to be a good way to do that. So, in my meat goes. It's in the bottom of my pot there. We're just going to kind of let it cover the bottom. I'm going to throw another little bit of layer of salt and pepper, since the top layer is now on the top and the bottom layer is on the bottom. It's all mixed up there, my friends. It's all mixed up. And I'm just going to put enough water in here to cover most of that down in there. Most of it is covered. Now you know that the water in this is going to create steam. And so as this creates the steam, that's going to tenderize our meat. The cool part about these new pressure cookers, you want to make sure that you got it where it is closed. And I'm going to turn it on meat stew. So mine already has a setting. It tells me 50 minutes is what we want. And I'm just going to let it go. And it's going to start doing its thing. So in a little while, we'll have tenderized beef stew. I don't have any fresh carrots, fresh potatoes. I don't even have any in the can. So we're going to make this a little bit different. What I was thinking is we would take a golden mushroom soup and a cream of mushroom soup, mix those together for a sauce, and serve this over a bed of rice. And then we'll find some kind of vegetables or something to put with it on the side. So we got about 50 minutes. We won't stand here and watch this timer count down, but I'll step back in here with you when we get it done here in just a little while, and we'll show you what we're going to do. Well, here we are. We're back. And this has done its thing for 50 minutes. I'm going to open the vent. It's just that simple. Now watch it because it gets a little hot. It's already been kind of simmering for a little while. So you see we're 13 minutes after. So that means our venting process will take a little less time. But once that drops, it's safe to pull that out. Now my meat is done. It produced quite a bit of using that water liquid, but I'm not done with it just yet. I'm going to save that liquid in there now because that's going to be the basis for our broth. I'm going to use golden mushroom soup. You ever had golden mushroom soup? Well, it tastes a little bit different than our standard mushroom soup, cream of mushroom that many of us use, but it is good. I put this on turkey, or if I was baking a whole chicken, mixing it in there, just to give it a little something a little different than normally we're used to, right? So there's my can, and it tells you to add 1 can of water. We probably have about 2 in there, but that's going to be okay. We'll mix it all in there together. Make sure we get every little bit of it out. So I'm going to get over here and get me a spoon. I can get all of that out. Y'all see right up in the top of my head, don't you? We want all of that good flavoring to come out of that can so we can use it in our thing. Golden mushroom seems to be hard to find because I went looking for it and I couldn't find it. So there we are. Get that mixed up a little bit. Get that off my thumb. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of this garlic. You want some garlic? This one hasn't even been opened. I don't have any fingernails. I don't got no fingernails. Makes it a little harder. I mean, y'all would just taken your teeth and done it. I know that's right. All right, I'm gonna spoon a little bit of that over there in it. I want a little bit of juice too. I do not have a fresh onion, so we're onionless on this. But let's see what we can find up here in the cabinet to help us out a little bit. I am gonna put just a little bit of cayenne pepper. Basically almost all that was left in that. And I don't want the lemon pepper, but I am going to put the garlic salt. Just a little bit. We're going to work on that flavor. Work on that flavoring. And I think that's going to be about it. We could put some bay leaf in there if we want to, but we're going to leave that for that. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to cancel the keep warm, and I want to put this on saute mode. And so that turns this more into like a stove or a pot's boiling on top of the stove. And I'm gonna cook that juice down. We may add a little bit of cornstarch or flour or something like that to thicken up our gravy a little bit. But I think this is gonna be a slam dunk hit and run. And it's gonna be good over our rice. Some of y'all come into our food ministry and you say, what is a garbanzo bean? And they keep saying, Kyle, you got to teach the folks how to cook garbanzo beans. Well, I just put them in all kinds of different things like this, but this is going to be my texture that's in this. Since I don't have, let me drain this out. Drain the water. I guess I could have already done that for you. I don't need any more liquid in there. This is what hummus is made out of. And I'm just gonna, it almost looks like a peanut, if you will. Like a round peanut. Anyway, that'll be my texture. Even if we didn't have the rice, now we're making something good enough for a soup. But those garbanzo beans will give us a little bit of texture in there when we're munching down on this. So we'll let that heat up. We're gonna let this boil for about 30 minutes on saute mode. And we'll come back and try her out. I think you know how to cook rice. So if you don't know how to cook rice, we'll talk about that too, but I won't show you that process. So you hang in there. We'll be right back with a little bit more coming up in a minute. All right, y'all hanging in there? I hope you are. Hopefully you're having a great dinner today. I had exactly 1 cup of rice. I'm putting a chicken bouillon cube. If you have a beef, since we're cooking beef, you could do that. I usually keep chicken on hand. And I'm gonna let this pot come to a boil, like so. And it's 2 cups of water to the cup of rice. And there's my cup of rice. I said rice. Rice right there. So, by the time this is done, this will be done, and dinner is served. I want you to look at how bubbly that is. That's gonna be so good. Welcome back, my friends. If you hear thunder rumbling, we've had a little storm that's moved up here. We've had quite a few over the past little while. And you see here, I've got this beef stew. It's made of fantastic gravy. And I've got my little cup of rice. 1 cup of rice is good. Whoa! No, that was loud, y'all. Did you hear that? Something got hit, I bet you. So I'm gonna put, we're gonna hurry up and get off of here if we're gonna turn that stuff off. So I put me a little bit of rice in there, but I'll have to get this spoon that ladles it out, and we'll just ladle this on over, like so. There you are. And that is a bowl of goodness, my friends. Check that out. I did add a little bit of cornstarch. I'll set that up like that. And that is wonderful. So, if you got beef stew, you don't have potatoes, you just dig around in the pantry and find some other things that'll make a nice, yummy meal. We always can make up something if we plunder around and use our creative imagination. I'm gonna go check on these storms and I'll see you all soon. Have a great day.